How's it, Oaks? Welcome back to the FightSceneZA podcast. I'm Tom.
I'm Cameron.
And we are back, and we are going to be chatting about UFC Fight Night Taira against Park that happened this weekend in the Apex. Pretty quality Apex card, in my opinion. Toy, what do you reckon?
Banger. I was pretty interested to see a lot of finishes, pretty interesting fights. Not so much of a snooze fest. You love to see it, eh?
We do, however, have back-to-back Apex cards. Not sure how some people are going to be feeling about it. I don't feel too bad about it. On Thursday, we'll dive into this weekend's card, which is Dolidze against Hernandez. But yeah, I'm not hating it, not against it.
Listen, when the cards are good, when the cards are interesting, it's stupid to hate on it, like, you know, unnecessarily. If the next card can perform, then who are us to say anything? Okay, who are we to say anything?
Yeah. So we'll jump straight into it. I'm just gonna wrap up most of them quickly, and sorry, Toy, I'm not gonna ask your opinion on all of them, just a couple, in the interest of time. So we'll start off Piero Rodriguez against Caitlin Souza. A nice decision win for Piero Rodriguez. Not much else to say, really. Same goes for our next fight, Rafael Estevam against Felipe Bunes. Estevam said he wanted a statement win, and he crotch sniffed for 3 rounds. So a big statement made by him. Then Austin Bashi against John Yanis, Ben Askren, Chase Hooper, that bloodline.
Hybrid child.
Yeah, hybrid child, and he got in there, got the first round submission. Toy, over to you. What do you think?
Yeah,
give me a quick opinion.
I will say a little bit silly by Yanis maybe at the end there. He just kind of was like, no, I don't want to wrestle him. I'm just stand up and then just let Bashi submit him. You know, it was a bit silly. Got to focus on stopping the submission. Surely, that's what I would think. But,
So Bashi bounces back from his first loss, gets his win now. We'll see what's next for him. Then Nick Klein against Andrei Pulyaev. Nick Klein did very well in the first round, really brought the pace to Pulyaev, gassed himself the fuck out, and then got finished in the second round. So unfortunate there. I did have Nick Klein as an underdog winning, but unfortunately he ran out of stamina.
Underdog for a reason, eh?
Yeah. And then Rodolfo Vieira against Trejan Gore. Trejan Gore, time to get cut from the UFC. He did nothing for 3 rounds. Yeah, exactly. Bye-bye. And then the feature prelim, Rinya Nakamura against Nathan Fletcher. Thoughts, Toy? Over to you.
Jesus Christ, eh? What a finish. I mean, that fight was quite uninteresting. I don't know. Well, not uninteresting, but nothing really happened the whole time. And then Nakamura just absolutely nailed him with that kick. Oh my lord. And you could see Fletcher was not stoked.
Dude,
he was not happy.
He was like, he tried so hard to keep it in, and he was like, that must have sucked, honestly.
Yeah,
dude.
it's like you could almost like feel it. You know what I mean? Like when he like recoiled, you were like, oh, you're going down. And then bang.
You see Nakamura's face? He's like, oh, hello. And he starts fucking, So yeah, that was a good finish from Nakamura, and he said he's off to gamble.
Can we also just say, you know, usually you see like a roundhouse kick as the way like they'll finish these guys, but I mean that was a front kick, hey? Yeah. You must have some fucking power in those legs.
Dude, his toes.
Yeah, and his toes, dude.
Toes as well.
If he's crippling someone like that.
Yo. And then move on to the main event, Danny Silva against Kevin Vallejos. Many thought a finish was coming from Argentinian Ilia Topuria, as many have been calling him, but Danny Silva showed he was super durable. It was a hilarious fight. I mean, Danny Silva gets cracked, and then he starts like showboating. And then does nothing.
Michael Chandler school, dude.
Yeah, it was interesting from Danny Silva, but it was a super fun fight. Neil Magny in the big 2025 getting a KO TKO via ground and pound. Dude, I could not believe what I was seeing.
This guy's unstoppable, bro.
Most wins in the UFC welterweight division, dude. Oh, he's prime unk.
You have to ask yourself this. Is he the welterweight GOAT? Okay, that's the realistic questions here. I mean, come on.
I mean, he more wins than GSP. I mean, what can you say, really?
Usman, eat your heart out, dude.
Carol Rosa against Nora Cornell. I had Cornell as an underdog as well, but she kind of 30-26 is just
Yikes.
crazy. She got dominated on the ground game. Her boxing, her stand-up is very dangerous, which Rosa knew, so she took her down, controlled her, and that's how she won the fight. Then, one of the fight of the night contenders, Elsbrenner against Esteban Ribovics. Oaks, Elsbrenner, can we give this Oak some cans to fight? Bro, he needs it so bad.
Give him a little win.
Bro,
Give him a free one, come on.
He needs a freebie so big. And Ribovics, I think he has pillow hands, dude. Because the amount of shots... Obviously, you know the Zalhuber fight. Dude, the amount of shots he landed on Zalhuber and didn't finish him, and the amount of shots he landed on Brenner as well and didn't finish him. In my opinion, potentially a move down to featherweight.
Really, you reckon?
Maybe his power translates a bit better there. I just don't know. Like, through the amount of clean shots as he lands, and he should have been finishing Brenner.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. It's tough.
Would you compare him to like a little bit of like a Max Holloway where he's landing clean, he's landing lots, but it's just like he's just tapping him really.
Yeah, he's like a volume fighter. So if he's gonna put you away, it's probably gonna be via a lot of strikes, not necessarily that one punch KO. But I don't know. I feel like maybe featherweight you could have a bit more power on him, but. I guess we'll have to see. I mean, he's still winning in the lightweight division. So
for sure.
If it works, it works. I guess it worked for Holloway.
But I don't know if all this touchy business against like a Topuria will graft. Yeah.
That's the thing. Like sometimes I look at like a lightweight like Ribovics or whatever, and I'm like, you're good in the lightweight division, but if I look at you to the top Oaks right now, like no chance.
Yeah.
But it's like obviously he's still got a lot of building to do and stuff. I don't know, but featherweight division's also so stacked and lightweight, so it's kind of like either way you're screwed, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, we'll move on. Co-main event back, dude. I don't know if you know, but both of these fights got fight of the night bonuses. So all 4 fighters got bonuses.
Damn.
So obviously Mateusz Rebecki against Chris Duncan, absolute war. Can't believe these Oaks are like teammates that they train together, because there was no love in that octagon. Wow, it was an all-out brawl. They were cut up.
Yeah, definitely.
It was proper. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, lovely to see my Scottish brother. You know what I mean? Repping the family name. You know.
Exactly.
But that third round, Rebecki looked absolutely destroyed. Hey, yes,
I was swelled up.
Yeah, it's nice to see. Like, it's just lovely to see a nice little brawl fest. You know, two guys just going at it. Interesting that they were teammates and they still wanted to murder each other. It did not matter. Hey,
it was a quality fight and deserved a fight of the night bonus as well. And Chris Duncan, he's a problem. He is a problem. A win against Rebecki, who has a win against Oralby. That's a good win for Chris Duncan.
Yeah, definitely.
So we knew he was a problem. We bet on him.
We said this.
Underdog of the week.
We did say this. Don't sleep on it. Come on.
3 in a row, by the way. I've gone 3
free
from
money.
3.
Free money here, guys. Stop sleeping on him, please. Guys.
Come on. Listen to this guy. He knows he's talking about. But yeah, Chris Duncan, no, he's a serious problem. And I actually, before we move on to the final one, I want to just pull up the rankings here, because I want to see, is there maybe a shot that Chris Duncan can get a
I think he's due a somewhat decent fight now, right?
Do you know what? Let's see. Let's also just quickly, while we're on the topic of him, have a look at some of his last fights. We'll just see. You guys a full analysis. So he subbed Vucenic, obviously the guy who's a submission artist. Beat Oki, lost to Torres, beat against Ashmuz, who's that big Israel guy.
Nice.
Yeah, maybe a bit early to break into the rankings. But maybe a bit early.
Even like do you really want to give him an Alvarez fight?
I mean, him versus Alvarez, him versus Grant Dawson would be quite a fun one. I mean, there's areas for him to break into the rankings.
For sure.
Whether he'll actually get a matchup, I guess, is down to the UFC.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the end of the world if they gave him another unranked fight. I don't think.
Not. But excited for his future, for sure.
For sure.
And then we'll move into the flyweight, the main event in the flyweight division, Tatsuro Taira against Hyun Sung Park.
Talk to me.
Park, obviously coming in on short notice, undefeated, taking a huge step up in competition, so respect to him no matter what. But I think many saw this was going to be a levels fight.
Yes.
And it was. Tyra didn't even need to sink in the choke. The face crank was enough to get it done. So I guess the all-important question is Tyra now a belt contender?
It's so hectic because the flyweight division is so all over the place. You know what I mean? I feel like if you just get like a cool win, Dana's looking at you like, well, I've got someone for you. You know what I mean? Realistically, a fight against Pantoja, what are we saying? I personally think there's a clear answer. Pantoja looking a little bit unbeatable right now, a little bit too on top of his game. Taira a little bit young, you know, he's still coming into his prime, 25 years old.
Yeah,
I don't know if he has what it takes to beat Pantoja now, but...
And you know what's crazy, dude? Oaks Online are backing Taira. They're saying Taira makes light work of Pantoja. And it's like, Tatsuro Taira, he lost to Brandon Royval, first of all. So if you couldn't submit Brandon Royval, who's a boxer, how are you going to beat someone like Pantoja? So I don't really understand what a lot of Oaks be saying, but, you know...
Guys just like to talk. Guys like to talk.
Yeah,
they like to throw it out there.
But I think the problem is, Josh, like you said, so you get a cool win, and now suddenly you're fighting for a title. So Joshua Van beat Brandon Roval,
Mm.
and he obviously has been kind of promised the title shot. He faced off with Pantoja.
Yeah, he did.
Pantoja's keen to have that matchup, and I think Dana knows it's going to sell.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think we're going to get Van Pantoja. That's a tough one to call. My heart says Van because I like him. I want him to win, but I've been a big Pantoja supporter as well, and the brain says he's got more.
He's just too lethal. You know what I mean?
Van also 25, bro. These youngsters, I don't know if they can beat Pantoja.
I don't think they have the experience, and just I think Pantoja is weight. He just levels above everyone on the ground. At least right now. Like you said, Taira couldn't submit Royval. Like, what are you gonna do to Pantoja? You know what I mean? Not the flyweight GOAT, but certainly the modern day flyweight GOAT after Demetrius.
After DJ, I think no one's gonna touch 11 title defenses.
No way.
Yeah. So I did think Pantoja was getting to his status because of the type of competition, but kind of upon reflection, I've been like, you know what, 11 title defenses, and he was so dominant like DJ. So I can't justify saying Pantoja is the GOAT over him, but second to him, 100%.
Even if you compare it, I mean, people might discount Demetrius a little bit because, he fought at the inception of the flyweight division, so not the highest standard of competition. But you watch what's happening in the flyweight division now, Oaks are just getting hoid to that title fight. You know what I mean? It's literally anyone. Get one big win, 2 big wins.
It's because the flyweight division hasn't been around that long technically. I think we've obviously seen a lot of the same matchups. That's why it's kind of like if you get a big win and you haven't fought for the title yet, it's it makes sense because we don't want to see a 5th fight between Moreno and Pantoja, a 5th fight between Royval and Moreno. It's you're going to keep getting repeated matchups. But this brings me to another question, Toy, because my answer is yes. And do you think that the flyweight division is the most exciting division in the UFC? Which is a crazy
that is a crazy statement.
Maybe a hot take. I just don't think you ever see a really boring flyweight matchup.
100%, yeah.
Okay,
true.
Except for Rafael Estevan, who crotched it for 3 rounds. But in general, at the top level, flyweight is always bangers.
Okay, so I see what you mean. You're saying just in terms of skill, though. Instead of the actual
entertainment
skill.
I would say no.
And entertainment.
I would say entertainment-wise, flyweight's the most entertaining.
Sure, but I mean, the thing that flyweight is missing is the big names. Do you know what I mean? A lot of it is just it might be a new up-and-coming guy, someone you haven't really necessarily heard about if you're not a hardcore fan. Whereas if you compare it to the lightweight division, you pretty much always know, okay, well, 15 versus 13, it's a banger fight. It's going to be Chandler versus someone like that. But in terms of skill and in pure entertainment, in fighting sense, I 1,000,000% agree. It's always banger flyweight fights. You know what I mean? These guys are throwing for the bleachers every single time with technical crisp.
It's because they have the perfect mixture of, not so, they don't have rocks in their gloves, but they all have iron chins.
Yeah, exactly.
For some reason, the flyweights can all take so much damage, and they can deal it out, and they're quick, and it's always
entertaining. Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's why they've gotten away with so many repeated matchups, because Figueiredo and Moreno fought 4 times, and every single time it was a banger. So I think entertainment value, they're up there with one of if not the most debatable, depending on who you are.
The most skillful division by far. Less weight, everyone has to be more technical with what they're throwing. You know what I mean? So I think you see that, and to answer your question, on you said the iron chins. It's just the guys are so much lighter. Do you know what I mean? I don't think they have that real knockout power. You find
it's a speed instead of power.
Exactly.
Basically, it's heavyweights power over speed. It's kind of the polar opposite. It's what is exactly the polar opposite.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I've been loving the flyweight division.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's been so quality. But so Van is going to fight Pantoja. Does Tatsuro Taira wait for that and fight hopefully for the belt after, or does he try get another win? Because he is ranked 6th at the moment, but I don't know if he's probably going to go up. It's tough to say.
You could shout maybe a Kai Kara France fight, just coming off his L.
True.
Taira looking for a big win.
But so this was the other thing I saw the other day, or I just remembered the other day, was Moreno, who's ranked 2, is on a 2-fight winning streak, and he just beat Amir Albazi, who's ranked 4.
Sure.
So now you've got Moreno also kind of...
Moreno versus
I
Kai
actually
Kara,
said Taira versus Moreno is my matchup.
That's also a great one. Yeah.
That makes the most sense to me for title eliminator,
I think we need more title eliminators in the flyweight division. So like, let's go for it. Like, we don't have to just give him straight to Pantoja and feed him that win. Give him a good fight. I mean,
Taira versus Moreno, I think, would be a bang.
Also, I mean, if you really want to think about it, it's low on the rankings, but if Steve Erceg pulls off a big win, when's it, like next week?
This weekend.
This weekend. I don't know. It's just like a lot of things to think about in the flyweight division right now. It is very interesting, like you said. So.
Yeah. But saying, like you said, with more title fights, I mean, more title eliminators, we do big time.
Yeah.
Because, bro, I can't remember, quite a few folks have been talking about it recently, but especially in the welterweight division.
Sure.
There's so many title contenders.
Yes.
So why don't we have a fucking title eliminator?
Exactly.
You two fight, winner fights for the belt.
Yeah.
Like, make it clear cut. Not just
end the discussion.
Not just having Oaks going online saying, well, I've done this, I've done that, so I should fight for title. It's like, take Sean Brady, who said he will fight anyone, put him against Shovcut or whoever else.
Yeah.
Fight for a flippin' title eliminator. And I'm pretty
Stop
sure Shovcut...
messing around.
Exactly. I'm pissed off.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I don't know, it would be cool to see having more clear-cut contenders instead of Oaks using their social media presence to kind of justify a title shot. It's like, It
is kind of true, like now that like we're actually talking about it and I'm thinking about it, like more often than not, it's like complicated. You know what I mean? Guys are like, no, well, I deserve a title fight. I'm not gonna fight X for the title elimination belt. It's like, dude, just lock in right now. Stop playing around. Fight your man, okay? And then if you deserve your title shot, then you deserve it. But stop like calling for it like a little bitch. Arman, sorry, you can.
Your Oaks are not liking Arman's behavior right now, and I think it's facts, bro. There's been 19, or there's going to be 19 pay-per-views since you last fought. It's like, bro, get it together.
Yeah, exactly.
Get it together.
Stop just calling for the belt. Fight someone.
And it's like calling Taporia a duck and whatever, and it's like, bro, Taporia has earned the right to tune you and say, I'm not fighting someone who doesn't deserve it. It's like,
that narrative, bro. It pisses me off so much, hey? Like, Taporia a duck now. Yeah, okay, after he just knocked out Volk, Holloway, and Oliveira.
Yeah, big duck.
Oh, yeah, big ducker. All right, pal. Just shut up, bro.
No, I mean, some Oaks are absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
But Arman, and Dan Hooker keeps calling out Arman, so like, maybe we'll see that,
dude,
bro.
But which is also just like Arman just being silly, because Dan Hooker is like, come on, bro, you can sort that guy out.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
Arman can grapple him.
Yeah, exactly.
Easily,
you can wrestle fuck him the whole time. Just take the fight. Like, it's free cash. Yo, some Oaks, bro. Yes, yeah.
But yeah. So, anyways, so to head into our last segment of this one, we're gonna chat about some of the bets that I threw down. Yeah. That I threw down for this weekend. How the hell? There we go. Let's go check there. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is on Betway and Sporting Bet. Sponsor me. These are all the ones that. How do I even find this, dude? Something went wrong. Oh no. Okay, well, we'll chat about these ones first. Sure. So most of these that I won, I placed like literally like just before the fight was starting. So the first one was Austin Bashi by first round submission. Ben Askren's son, 3.75 to 1. I was quite stoked with that one. Took him a little bit of time, bro. I was a bit worried when it got like a minute left and whatever. I was like, oh shit, he's not gonna get it, but managed to get it done. So I was pretty stoked with that one. Then we had a couple losses.
No, I didn't see any losses there.
And then this one I placed when Bruce Buffer was doing the intros. I originally put out a bet saying Fletcher by submission 11 to 1. Just let's throw some cash on it for fun, which I did. But as Buffer was doing the introduction, I was like, whoa. And I chucked $20 on Nakamura by KO. 4 to 1. Came in clutch. I was pretty stoked. That ended up.
Yeah.
I would have preferred Fletcher because he was 11 to 1, but to take something away from it, I'll take that.
You gotta see a gnarly KO with that one,
exactly,
so you'll take it.
Exactly. Bro. And then this one was over 1.5 in the Duncan Rebecca fight, and then Taira to win. So that was not even 2 to 1 on that one.
Yeah.
That was just a little free money one I wanted to go for. It doesn't seem like the other ones are loading, but I know Chris Duncan. Too much money you want apparently. That's what it's saying right now. It's like, sorry, you can't display. You guys can't see it. It says too much money.
Yeah, too much money.
But obviously Chris Duncan, underdog of the week, he came in clutch.
Big time.
And yeah, well, thank goodness I bounced back from Abu Dhabi, because Abu Dhabi was horrendous for me, dude. I had such a tough time, dude. It was all those flipping underdogs that
when it was like four underdogs in a row or something like that.
No, it was 5 underdogs on
five.
the prelim card out of like 6 fights, which is just like
ludicrous,
ridiculous,
bro.
dude. So some Oaks cashed out big, not me, bro,
Yeah.
not me. But I was very happy with this weekend's fight night card, and I'm excited for this weekend's Apex card. You know what? Since we've gone through this pretty quickly, we've still got a little bit of time. Here's my last hot take for the pod, bro.
Cool, let's see it.
Is I don't mind the Apex because I don't mind that there's not many fans because you can hear the impacts more. You hear the punches, you hear the corners talking to their fighters. It's like you hear more like real sounds.
Sure.
Obviously, crowd hype is cool for the big fights.
Yeah,
stuff,
definitely.
But for smaller fights that go on the Apex cards, to hear that stuff, the cornering, the impact, whatever, I love it. Well, love it is maybe a bit of a stretch, but I enjoy it. I really don't mind an Apex card every now and then. What's your take on the Apex?
Yeah, do you know what? Personally, like the crowd atmosphere, it's cool for sure, but you know, it matters more for me when I'm actually watching it live. You know what I mean? Like when we watched the PFL together, the atmosphere was electric. Everyone was stoked, everyone was hyped, and that was really cool to see. But you know, when I'm watching it like streaming it or something like that, I don't know, crowd atmosphere doesn't necessarily.
It's like 3 a.m.
Yeah,
chilling,
exactly. Like I'm not like so interested in the crowd noise. So as long as the fight delivers in that Apex card, then I'm stoked. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world that the people are quiet. They're not like making too much noise or anything like that. It's just a problem when Dana is just like throwing these multiple Apex cards out with like not the most interesting fights. That's when it becomes like, all right, pal, let's wrap it up. Let's get it somewhere else now. You know what I mean?
I think what is the worst, bro, is when he kind of just disregards it. So it's like, we're going to the Apex this weekend, so I might as well just chuck a whole bunch of shitty fights on it.
Exactly. But
with this last week's and with this week's fights, he's actually put good matchups. We had good fights on this weekend's Apex card. We had good finishes because we had good fighters. We didn't just have boring decisions.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna be in the Apex, you got to at least put a few good fights for Oaks to be like, okay, I'm happy to have one Apex card, you know, every now and then or whatever. If you're gonna put some good fights, I think when Oaks put a Macy Barber versus Blanchfield main event and then it doesn't even happen. Yeah. It's like, come on, get serious.
Yeah, let's get real right now. And I find myself completely agreeing. Like, if Dana takes the time and he creates like a fight that will undoubtedly be interesting, then do it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel that he's trying to pander maybe to like the casuals in the sense of like, okay, it needs to be big name, big name, big name. Like the names need to drag the fans in. Yeah. But like you and me, like we kind of watch these cards, not really caring about the names. Like, yeah, the names are cool.
But you want good fights.
I just want a good fight. You know what I mean? I want to see like
finish.
A finish or like just like a stylistically interesting one. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what really grabs me. And like this card, he kind of nailed it. You know what I mean? Like interesting, like good fights. You know what I mean? Even when it was like, you know, a wrestler versus wrestler fight can tend to be quite boring. You know what I mean? Like it can be a snooze fest, like where guys are just holding each other. But here we saw guys just calling out subs and stuff like that. You know, or even when they were holding down for a round, at least the sub came later. You know, that's interesting. Like keep that coming up.
I agree.
That's my opinion.
Just at least put, you know, if you're gonna put prospects who are like finishing prospects.
Exactly.
Who have 10 wins, 8 by knockout, 2 by sub. You know,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know, 10 wins, 10 finishes type of vibe. And then it's like, okay, cool. So we guaranteed some fireworks here.
Yeah.
All around very stoked with it, and we'll see if this weekend's one can deliver.
We'll see if it delivers.
I don't think it'll deliver as much as this last one. I just don't think there's as many quality matchups, but still some pretty good ones.
Yeah.
But I think that just about wraps it up. That's episode number 8, I think, of the podcast.
Hell yeah.
And Oaks, hopefully we'll keep it on time, Monday, Thursday, but there's gonna be wiggle room. There's gonna have to be wiggle room.
Have to be wiggle room.
I think there might come a time when you're a little bit busier with
where
we might do one a week or something like that. But
we'll cross that bridge.
For now, it's going well. We're having some fun. I'm enjoying it. So, Oaks, as always, thank you so much for watching. I've been Tom.
I've been Cameron,
and we'll check you in the next one.